Lesson 7, discovering your personal haven. Let's talk about a couple I worked with. They struggled to find a common space that felt sacred to both of them. They were judging each other's choices and they felt stuck in this typical marital dynamic that we hear and see. The one believing that they needed to share the same space with the same meaning and explanation because they were somehow united and committed to each other. Now, look, this sounds lovely on paper, doesn't it? But they were missing the mark. They were also adjusting to their child going to college and they were looking to each other to meet all of their emotional needs. This is a problem. We can't do that. Trusting through the process. They each did their work separately, finding their own sacred spaces, and they went from hiring attorneys to getting their retainers back. It was so cool how it happened. They discovered that having individual spaces allowed them to reconnect on a deeper level, and they met their own needs without placing all the pressure on their partner. Imagine that. Problem solved. This journey shows the importance of finding the right space for you and only you, and that it's all for yourself. So let's explore steps to discover and define your personal haven and factors to consider in the process. In order to find your personal haven, it must be a space that resonates with you and feels like it's your true sanctuary. What's important is, especially if you're in a committed relationship and you're both doing this work together, find a place that resonates with you without needing to justify it to anybody else, including your partner. It's your sacred space. The meaning that you apply to it is important for you to figure out and them for them. So, looking around your space, have you found a space in your home that feels like a natural haven? Now, let's start with steps to discover and define a deeper meaning to your sacred space. In discovering your sacred spaces, we must continue to involve and explore and have a sense of reflection. So, find more spaces that resonate with you. Explore different areas of your home, your office, maybe even your vehicle at this point, because you should be well into creating sacred spaces by this time. Find the areas that feel most at peace, or you want to make it so that you feel most at peace there. It could be that corner of the living room. It could be a spot in your garden. Maybe it's in the bathroom. Just find a quiet nook somewhere to make more sacred spaces. Now, what space in your home makes you feel calm and centered? Next, we're going to consider the important factors for personalizing your sacred space. Consider important factors like the location, the accessibility, and your ability to personalize. We're going deep and nuanced here. So, depending on your actual living environment, some of these things are harder or easier to pull off, especially if someone asks you questions or if someone won't respect your sacred space. This is your challenge to overcome. That's why we're talking about this. So make sure that you have a location, it's accessible, and you have the ability to personalize it. Let that dictate your location and choices moving forward. Choose a space that's convenient and easy to use. Ensure it becomes a regular part of your routine. Find a place that you go by every single day, several times a day, like a coffee pot, like a kitchen area, like where you place your keys and wallet every day. You can make that small, simple, mundane area as sacred as you want. Now, personalize your space with items that hold special meaning to you: a ring, a bracelet, a watch, a necklace, a hair tie. Family photos, of course, favorite books, cherished moments. Make this place where you feel comfortable and relaxed without interruption as much as possible. Now, what other factors are most important to you when choosing your sacred space? Define them so that you can, again, make this unique to you instead of just following my directions. Okay. Next, we're going to ensure that your space aligns with your evolving needs. To ensure alignment with you, always, you must make sure that your sacred space evolves with your needs. So I want you to regularly assess and adjust your space to ensure that it continues to meet your needs now and beyond. Because as you grow and change, your spaces will change too, always evolving. You're never done. So, as an example, your interests are going to change. Therefore, your needs are going to change. I want you to use this intentionally so that you can update your space accordingly. Don't just set up draft one or two of your sacred spaces and then walk away, never using them, or just keep using them every single day without changing them in the future. As you change, your environment changes too. Maybe you want to add a new plant if you didn't already have one in there. Maybe change the layout where you're facing. Whatever you do, make it unique and new and refreshed. So, how do you plan to adapt your sacred space over time? In our next lesson, we're going to discuss infusing spirituality into everyday life. But first, we have homework and a question. So, number one, your homework. Identify and define a space in your home that feels like a little bit of heaven for you. Personalize it with items that bring you peace and joy. Spend time in this space daily, reflecting on how it makes you feel and journal about these qualities that make this space so unique and how it aligns with your current needs. And our question, what specific qualities are you looking for in your personal haven, your personal sacred space? How will you explore and find it if you don't already have the answer? Answer these questions, do the homework, and we'll see you in the next lesson.